Ciao Juventini, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel. We record all Juve all the time. It's December 29th. I'm Alberto, and you know the drill. I got all this morning's news surfacing around Juventus. All right, we're going to take a look at the midfield as there's a loose report that came out a few days ago that's seriously starting to gain some traction now and heating up. So we're going to take a look at that. Then we've got more Mercado rumblings. Then we're going to take a look at the 8 names listed as potential targets for sporting director at Juventus. Then we're going to take a look at Chiesa status and get into the details on the friendly coming up tomorrow. All right, so let's get into it. Alright, Juventini, friendly reminder to like the video and of course subscribe to the channel. Now let's get to the news. Borussia Dortmund is interested in Weston McKennie. They do not like the 30 million euro price tag, so Juve might have to budge a bit. It'll be interesting to follow this one as Juve needs to make room. Apparently, if one of these next rumors is true, they're going to have to make waves and make some room in the midfield. Now Adrian Rabiot's status, everybody's set for him to leave on a free. However, Juve has a meeting set in a month's time where the club is going to try and persuade Rabiot to accept the renewal and stay and fight his temptation to go and play in the Premier League, all right? So something's going to have to budge, and the reason is Juve apparently is high on McAllister, the Argentinian winning World Cup midfielder, all right? So they are set on him, and apparently as of today, there's a lot of news coming around this one. So usually where there's this much smoke, there's some fire. And when it comes to McAllister, here's the latest. So as of today, his father, who's also his agent, started speaking and was asked about Juventus. He did not reject the fact that there was interest from Juventus or deny it in any way, shape, or form, but he just spoke highly about the club, saying that it is one of the most prestigious in the world and it would be an honor to play there. And then we start to hear more rumors saying that McAllister has given his willingness to join Juventus. Then it goes a step further, with the latest being that Brighton has an offer in hand from Juventus, all right? So that is the wild status today that comes through this McAllister rumor and everything. So again, you take everything with a grain of salt. We lay it out just for you to play it out. Now, yesterday, again, just to give you the contrast, we heard that Juve is in a Mercado freeze. Now, all of a sudden, you're hearing that McAllister and Brighton, they have an offer in hand. Grimaldo, as of today, also the news saying that Juventus is currently working on a deal and terms with the player. Now, I believe all of this can be true. How can it be true? Simple. There can be a Mercado freeze as far as finalizing everything, but this is nothing new. Working out personal terms with players before any deals have actually been made. So I actually believe that all of this could potentially be true. And again, you take everything with a grain of salt, all right? But that's the latest on some Mercado rumblings. Salernitana has interest in bringing in Hans Nicolucci Cavaglia, okay? And that wraps things up on the Mercado side of things. But this McAllister one really gaining traction and really heating up fast. As far as the sporting director role, 8 names apparently are on the short list to take the role at Juventus. It'll be interesting to see who eventually does take that role, but we have Giuntoli, we have Masada, we have Tade, we have Rossi, Petracchi, Berta, Campos, and even Mala. So those are the 8 names shortlisted to potentially get that sporting directing role. I'm going to ask all of you, well, number one, how you feel about the McAllister news. Drop it in the comment section. How do you feel about these sporting directors? Who would you handpick if you could? All right. Now, last, certainly not least, we get to Chiesa. Chiesa is set to have cameos in the friendly tomorrow against Udinese, leading up to a start against Napoli. That's kind of what the game plan is. But when you look at the friendly tomorrow that's going to take place, it's going to be played at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's set to be a 3-5-2, and it has Chiesa in the starting lineup. But again, they have not been anywhere close to predicting the starting lineups in these friendlies, and those are tough to pinpoint. But you've got Perin in goal, Gatti, Bremer, Rugani, with across the middle, Sule, Fagioli, Loca, Miretti, and Kostic, and then Chiesa and Keane up top. I expect changes to that starting lineup big time for the friendly tomorrow, but that's all your news on the day, Juve team. You know the drill. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to like the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel, all right? Till tomorrow, fino alla fine, forza Juve, ciao tutti.